Good afternoon, everyone. A happy New Year to each one of you. Thank you for joining us here today. To begin our meeting, I'd ask that you stand and observe a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we could have roll call next, please.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
All right, moving forward then, we have the agenda. I'll take a motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Okay, at this time, we move on to the public forum portion of our meeting. I have a few instructions if you intend to speak, either by Zoom or if you're here in person. First of all, raise your hand or acknowledge, if you're on the Zoom meeting, acknowledge in some way. And be recognized by myself, and then I'll ask you to come to the podium where you will state your name and your address. If you have any handouts, please give them to the city clerk. Be concise and limit your times to 4 minutes. You may not save time for later or yield the remainder to someone else. And after speaking, please be seated. If you are addressing a matter on the agenda, state the agenda item you are speaking about. And if you are speaking on more than one agenda item, arrange your comments chronologically. Try not to duplicate any information that has already been presented. Direct comments to the entire council, not to an individual. Questions and issues raised during this time will generally not be answered at this time. Maintain a courteous and respectful manner. If you are a presenter of an item which has been formally placed on the council agenda, this public forum process does not apply, although you are asked to be succinct in your presentation. Iowa law requires certain matters to have public hearings which have their own comment periods. Comments pertaining to a public hearing item should be saved for that time, and the 4-minute comment period will also apply in those situations. Thank you to all who are attending. And with that, I'd like to ask, are there anyone here that would like to speak publicly at this time to any matters to the council? I see no one moving here. Anyone listening in by Zoom? Any public comments at this time? I see no activity there either, so we'll move forward then on to our consent agenda. Oh, excuse me. Yep, skipped right over that. All right, we have a new officer that we're going to swear in today, which is an exciting thing. Dan, I'd ask you to, and Chief Birch, if you would join me at the podium there, and we'll go swear you in. Right hand, please. Repeat after me.
I, Dan Crowley.
Whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will uphold all the laws of the Constitution
that I'll uphold all laws of the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
State of Iowa,
State of Iowa,
and the City of Sheldon.
the City of Sheldon.
I will faithfully and impartially,
I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all duties
discharge all duties
in the office of police officer,
Office of Police Officer
the City of Sheldon, Iowa,
for the City of Sheldon, Iowa,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now, hereafter, required by law. All right, thank you.
Sign. All right, and we'll have our clerk sign them, and then I'll... Any words you'd like to say? This time? You don't have to.
No longer than a half an hour, please.
I'd like to thank the city council and the mayor for having me here tonight. Glad to be back in the Midwest. Looking forward to serving this community here and being a part of the community, not only through the police department, but as an active member of the community with our family.
Good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Glad to have you here.
Okay, good way to start off the year. All right, let's move on then to the consent agenda.
Make the motion to approve.
Support.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
could we remove the LLRC item? I just need to give a very brief update on that. There was an attachment added at the last minute today, 5F.
Okay.
I just want to explain it briefly.
You want to separate that out and for discussion now, or discuss it?
We don't have to. I can briefly explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's a letter from the LLRC. Welcome to town, you guys.
Yeah, see ya.
There's a letter from the LRC that I linked this afternoon. You may have to hit refresh in order to pull it up. But I did not realize when I worked on this with Mark Brown that our existing full-time city employees already received a 10% discount through the LLRC. And Greta and Mark Brown and Angie and I have all had a discussion in the last day about them and us not wanting two levels of discount, where you have a 20% discount for the first responders and a 10% discount for the rest of the city employees. And when you when you take your group of 31 full-time and city employees and you subtract out your full-time officers and then your full-time SCAT and your three public works people that are part of the fire department, you're at almost half of your employee group anyway. So we don't need to amend the agreement, but in the letter of support that Greta submitted today, it says that they will honor this same level of discount for all of the full-time employees. So I wanted to disclose that to you. And when if we do a new agreement for the coming fiscal year, we can correct it at that time. So I just wanted to make you aware of that.
That was a good update. Thanks, Sam.
So with that update, are you still fine with your motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Eggers?
Aye.
Campbell?
Aye.
Yent?
Aye.
Garavano?
Aye.
Okay, and we have no old business, so we'll move on then to our new business, the 2021 street improvements. I'd like to open the public hearing at this time. I see no one here that looks like they want to speak to that issue. Is there anyone listening online that wants to have any comments on that? Not seeing any activity there either, so at this time I'll take a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call.
Garavano?
Aye.
Yent?
Aye.
Eggers?
Aye.
Campbell?
Aye.
All right, then moving on, we have a resolution approving the contract with Holstein Excavating out of Edgerton, Minnesota.
Move that we approve the resolution as presented.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Campbell?
Aye.
Eggers?
Aye.
Garavano?
Aye.
Yent?
Aye.
Okay. Nothing else we have to do there. Okay, let's move on then to our reports. Anything from our city manager? Okay. Todd, anything you'd like to report on?
No, I'm good.
Kurt, anything from you?
No, thanks.
Chief Birch? Ange?
No.
Micah?
No, thank you.
Anything from you? Okay. Counsel to my left? Nope. To my right? I have just a couple. As you noted in our consent agenda, Doug Rogers is taking another job in Iowa City, I believe, and so will be resigning from the cemetery board as well as the Board of Adjustment. My thanks to him for his years of service, not only on those boards, but as a fireman and community member working at the college. He's done a lot of good for us, and we wish him well in his new endeavors and want him to know that he will be missed, which also means I have two positions now to fill, one for the cemetery board and the other for the Board of Adjustment. So if there are any citizens out there, and if I could get the press to put this word out as well, we'd like to have you let me know. We will make it. The appointment is made by me and approved by the council. So if you're interested in serving on either one of those boards, please be in contact with somebody here at the city offices or myself. And then also want to say thank you to Ty Rushing for his service over the years, covering our meetings and reporting on what we're doing. We've all got to know Ty fairly well, and he's been a fun guy to have around and to interact with. He will be missed as well. I'm not sure who his replacement will be coming from the paper, but we also want to wish Ty all the best in his endeavors. While we're on the subject of Ty, I don't know how many of you had the chance, this is part of my comments here, to read the article he wrote on the December 26th issue of the Northwest Iowa Review about looking to clean up, continue developing. He interviewed both Kurt and Sam and myself about what the year was like and what we're looking ahead to in 2021. And I wrote a response because I didn't want to forget something. I wanted to say it well. And so this is written to my fellow council members, the City of Sheldon staff, and all those who serve to make this community the wonderful place that it is. I recently read the article written by Ty in the December 26th issue of the Northwest Iowa Review about how the community of Sheldon was able to work through the challenges brought on by COVID-19 and accomplish several projects in 2020. Development projects, key staff hirings, cleanup of dilapidated chamber events that injected thousands of dollars back into the community were listed. As I perused my way through the article, it struck me that despite its challenges, 2020 was really, in reality, a pretty good year. And that serves as a testimony that when good people work together to improve the community they live in, much can be achieved. I don't know what the year 2021 holds in store for us as a community, but I am excited about the prospect of building on the momentum we have going for us. I am extremely proud of this place we call home, and I am honored to be able to serve as your mayor. Know that I appreciate each and every one of you for the ways that you serve this community, and I want to extend my heartfelt thanks for your efforts. You are the best. Thank you. And with that, I will entertain a motion to move into closed session.
I'll make the motion to go into closed session for union negotiations and employment conditions.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Caruana?
Aye.
Eggers?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
Campbell?
Aye.
All right. You're ready to move into that.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, you're back in open session.
Okay, we have closed our first session. We are now back in, and I will entertain a motion that we can move into closed session 2.
I'll make the motion to move into closed session to evaluate the city manager.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call.
Caruana?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
Campbell?
Aye.
Eggers?